Wembley. 32,000 tickets. Are we even going to see the team? Yes, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. What a weekend it's been. What a 5 days it's been. Newcastle have made it through to the Carabao Cup final after beating Arsenal by 4-0 on aggregate, 2-0 wins, one at home, one away. It was a lovely little night on Wednesday. And then on Saturday, you would have seen us on, well, all the videos pretty much in some capacity as Newcastle beat Birmingham by 3-2. Our reward for that is... It's Brighton and Hove Albion at home. Yeah, it's a home draw. Look, there's a lot more Premier League clubs than Championship clubs these days, so that's not... It's not the easiest draw, of course it's not, but it's at home. At least we don't have to make that trip down to Brighton. At least, we can create an atmosphere and, potentially be another one game away from Wembley. That's how close we are. We'll take full advantage of it. And, looking forward to that when that comes around in about 3 weeks' time. It's in between the Liverpool game and the West Ham game. So we'll see what happens when that gets announced on the weekend of the 1st and 2nd of March. But let's talk about the ticket drama, if you like, because that is the thumbnail ticket drama for Newcastle versus Liverpool on the 16th of March. Yeah, very, very interesting. Just under 32,000 tickets for Newcastle United. A little bit less than a couple of years ago against Manchester United. We're in the same end, which is good to see. You'll see right now that we're going to be on that left-hand side where, hopefully we get a bit more joy than we did 2 years ago. The way that... Wall Flags, I'll credit Wall Flags with this picture because it is their picture. That's what they want their end to be in terms of the noisy end, if that makes sense. If you don't want to be a part of that, maybe choose a different ticket. Look, I think at the end of the day, you just take any ticket as it comes right now. And, regardless if you're going to be sitting in that part of the section or another part of the section, it's still going to generate atmosphere. There's going to be nearly 32,000 Newcastle United fans in that end. So they'll generate a noise, they'll generate an atmosphere, and... they'll support the team in the best possible way against, arguably one of the best teams on the planet right now in Liverpool. They did lose to Plymouth, but it was a very, mixed team in terms of barely any defenders that, let's say, are they even good enough? Let's be honest. There was no Robertson, Alexander-Arnold, Van Dijk or Konate. It was your second string at best. So it should have still been enough to beat Plymouth, by the way, but, que sera, sera. But for Newcastle, it's an interesting one because is it fair? That's the thing. Can you make it fair? Is there a fair way? I do feel sorry for the club in that respect. I don't think you can make it fair in any respect. I don't think that the route they've chosen is the fairest. That's my opinion. But it's a method, and it's one of the methods that they've probably gone through. They said they've communicated with the fan advisory board about this. Again, I bet everyone in that fan advisory board would have a different opinion to say how it would be fair. So, look, in terms of how it looks, look, this is pot 1, 2, and 3 on your screen. If you're a season ticket holder and you've been to 5 cup games, you're in pot 1. So 5 out of the 6 games. Nottingham Forest away seems like a long time ago, but then it was Wimbledon at home eventually, and then you had Chelsea, Brentford, and then that 2-legged match against Arsenal. If you've gone to 5 of those games, you're on pot 1, you're absolutely fine, you're guaranteed a ticket. And so if you're in pot 2 and pot 3, season ticket holder, 4 games, season ticket holder, 3 games, you're guaranteed a ticket. Guaranteed it. Pot 4, that's where it gets a little bit interesting. So here's pot 4 and pot 5 on your screen now. Pot 4, season ticket holder, 2 cup games. Pot 5, season ticket holder, 1 cup game. And you're not guaranteed a ticket because you're in a ballot. Very best of luck to you. I count myself very fortunate. I'm not in that. I'm in the pot 1 to 3 category. But is that fair? Is that fair? That for me is a really, really interesting point. At the minute, do you prioritise going to a cup game in that season? Do you prioritise your season ticket holders, or do you prioritise people that didn't want to go to the cup games but have been loyal to the club and have got a season ticket every single year, but let's say for work reasons they can't get time off through the week, but they've got the weekends off, and that's where they watch Newcastle United? It's a really, really interesting one. It's a really, really interesting one, but I'm a bit biased. I think you should prioritise season ticket holders as much as possible. Have you done that? I don't know. I don't know. You have for the first 3 pots, of course you have. But the other 2, it's a ballot. Best of luck. You could end up not being successful in pot 4, but being successful in pot 5 or pot 6. Like, is that fair? I don't think so. I really don't. But there'll be people that'll be upset. There'll be people saying it's not fair. Is it better than the last format? I'd argue not, in my opinion. But again, I'm sure you'll tell me in the comments why I'm wrong. And maybe, that this is a fairer route. You're rewarding fans that are actually going to the cup games, spending their good money. So, look, I don't know. It's a really interesting one. Let us know in the comments. It's going to cause debate, of course it is. But Newcastle United are in a cup final at Wembley and another 2 games away from an FA Cup semi-final, which gets you to Wembley. It's a good season so far. It's a really good season for Newcastle. So support the team. If you get a ticket, great. If you don't, I'm sure a lot of fans are going to be in London anyway, so you'll not be on your own. But yeah, get your comments in. It is going to cause debate. It's going to cause a lot of debate. The prices wise, it's quite pricey as well. It ranges from 41 quid to 150 quid. Is that even fair? Is that too expensive? Times are tough, particularly in the northeast and even the northwest and Liverpool. Times are tough. So let us know what you think. Yeah, interesting. Very, very interesting. It's going to be a lot of videos throughout the week as well. We've got Manchester City on Saturday, which is going to be a massive game for Newcastle United. So Lee will be there at the Etihad for us. But yeah, get your comments in, like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you all very soon.